welcome back to another Sims 4 building challenge. I am going to be inspired by buildings. My god, a build inspired by buildings. How is that going to work, Sandra? Today, I've prepared us a spin the wheel with different types of buildings. We've got things like castle, science lab, traditional house, a barn, haunted house, a tent, or container home. Essentially, what I want to do is just create a build somewhere. I'm still going to be creating the Sandra special, for instance. But from the outside, just say if we were to do like a sitting room and then like a hallway, and if we land on barn for the sitting room, I want the outside of this, including like just say even the roof, to look like a barn, to eventually kind of make this look like I've combined a load of different types of builds together to create something that's just going to look so ridiculous. But every once in a while, I need to do a challenge like this. It's gonna be weird, it's gonna be wacky, but I just gotta do it. It's like it resets my mind, but I think it's fun to just really create something weird to remind myself that this is The Sims after all. It's not too serious, and I can make a castle and a barn in one build if I want to. So I think logically what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna keep to a Sandra special because I only have 7 different types of buildings. I actually struggled to find different ones, and then I thought to myself, we can't make an igloo in The Sims. But let me know if there's any other ones maybe that we could potentially try in the future if this works. So I think I'm gonna start off by actually doing the sitting room. So let's spin for what type of room or sitting room or what type of building my sitting room is gonna be. Oh bloody heck, okay, it's gonna be a tent. When I did the every occult challenge, so I had to have every occult living on under one roof, but the build that I did for that also allowed the occult ideas to kind of come out to the outside of the house. Something is telling me just to do a regular kind of rectangle like this, and recently with the adventure awaits, they've obviously given us like tent possibilities, so I can do something like this, I think. Oh lord above, wait, how did I do it before? So I actually did it sort of like this way, so then like as I know the rest of the house will be connected onto this side, but then I remember taking like these specific columns here to make it look like I've almost like extended my little tent. Do you get what I mean? With like a beautiful porch, and then we of course have gotten even like the new roof patterns, which are tent vibed. Maybe we could go for this like blue color, although is that more like a tent? That reminds me of like a safari tent. Maybe actually the blue is quite like a nice feeling here. We've also got these as well to match, which I think is gonna look quite funky here. And we've also got a trim, which I mean, it says canvas roof trim, so this should sort of match as well. Oh, we can almost like add it onto this portion too, although no, I don't really like the way that looks. Let's change this to be a little darker. Actually, I remember before what I did was I actually created like a specific space here where I elongated this, right? And then I've actually added glass here, and inside there you can actually put like plants and stuff. I think that's what I did. I think what I specifically have done was added like chipper in there, and then added some like potted plants, because you could also, I mean, I don't think your sim can go there. Actually, wait, maybe your sim can go in there. Because for instance, if I was to put like a couple of plants around the place, maybe even some like vegetables around, I don't know, maybe you're like trying to create a little garden space here. I think then if I bring this back, this should keep all of my objects, right? And then if I go inside here, I think if I put like an archway, or even actually remove this. Oh, no. Okay, it doesn't allow me to do that, but surely I can put an archway here. I can! Oh, guys, look at that. That's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a little bit of an extension to the tent, so it's a little bit more interesting. But look, I'm pushing the boundaries of a tent, right? And I think you guys are going to enjoy this. Maybe I'll actually use the tent door. Maybe that makes a little bit more sense. Wow, what a beautiful little area. I mean, that's actually quite interesting. I mean, so logically, the inside of my tent also has to be tent themed, even though it is of course a sitting room. But I'm going to use like maybe these lights here too, just to really create like a tent like space. So we're gonna do this flooring, and actually I do like the idea of putting chipper inside my space here. Maybe we could also add like a little bit of like a wooden feeling here as well. Actually, you know what, this one probably has a little bit of a better feeling. Is there blue? There's a lovely blue color. Yay. Okay, that's nice. And then I'm also going to add maybe like a double door, and then this will of course be the entrance of my tent. So I suppose actually shouldn't the hallway also be allowing for the tent to kind of come out? I think that would be really funny, guys. I think this is just like, I love this idea. It's just so silly and it just obviously makes no sense. But every once in a while, Sandra just needs that. Like she just can't live without it. Obviously it's a bit dark here, but like as would a tent be dark. So maybe we could do 2 lights like this. Because that's kind of realistic. Realistic. Is any of this realistic? Actually, I don't think so. And then we could maybe just look at some furniture that seems a little bit more temporary rather than like a full-on big couch in here. Well, that's a lovely little bench. How come I've never seen that before? That's really pretty. But no, I still want like a couch. This, for some reason, you know what? This couch actually gives me like blow-up couch vibes. I don't know what it is. It's obviously one of the new couches and it's a stunning couch. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. So then over here, I'm thinking, can we do some sort of like a little fold-up chair if that's even possible? Like almost this gives me fold-up chair vibes. I feel like you'd bring a lot of random furniture that essentially wouldn't really match together. Oh, wait, like one of these as well. Hold on. Or like one of them, I suppose. Oh, we should probably use these actually. Wait, I think these just look a little bit better. So maybe we could also put this inside the corner with like a little footrest next to it. I know that's not supposed to be a footrest, but I'm just gonna do that anyways. We're gonna add this little section right here. Maybe pallets. Maybe we just don't have a TV at all and we just do like a little makeshift bookshelf. Oh, we could do this bookshelf. So this is quite like a wooden one, which is also again a little random, but maybe this is a place that like, oh, we've been camping for like years. We've been stuck out here in the camp for many years. Okay, guys, so I think this is actually turning out to be pretty interesting. I don't really know what color to paint the ceiling. I wish they gave us also like tent flooring, I suppose, but I guess there's kind of no way that I could remove the ceiling. Although I guess I could, but I think the inside of the tent texture. Oh no, it does come through. So wait a second. So can I, if I move this for one moment, can I remove ceiling? And then I just take this. Oh, well, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I have to raise the lights a little bit, but that makes sense. I hate the idea of that giraffe there though, but honestly, look, we can try to get this as realistic as possible, but this is Sandra after all. Like I still have things attached to the tent wall, like this massive wooden shelf, but I like the vibe and I think the vibe is really creating a narrative and I think that's what's going to carry all of these builds through. I really want to also put this box somewhere. Maybe I'll just put that here as well. But yeah, guys, that is our first room. I might do some stuff on the outside as well, but I'm going to continue on because I feel like I'm on a roll. So next up, I guess what we will do is, you see, do we do like the hallway as a specific style? I suppose that probably still would make more sense. So I think I'm going to do the hallway next. I could have something happening here with the hallway. For instance, then we could do a nice like kitchen on this side. We could do some sort of an interesting shaped dining room like that. The bathroom could be sort of straight away kind of like here as you come in. And then we could have, again, a weird enough shaped bedroom and then a little office space, kind of like so. So that way then we've got like a little bit of every build like poking out. So let's spin for what type of hallway we're going to create. So far, so good. Oh, don't give me castle because, okay, science lab. Right. So what I was thinking about a science lab essentially was actually to do like a second floor because, I mean, I know I'm not going to have a second floor in this house, but science labs are usually big enough rooms or big enough buildings and it's like mainly glass or just like a lot of windows. So we could do something like this where we just pretend that like this is just a science like facility. Okay, that looks kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe I could also remove the floor here so this room just becomes like really big. And then we could also like paint it like a really boring kind of like either concrete or like a gray color. Actually, maybe this like kind of concrete, I kind of wanted it to feel a bit more like an industrial space. So we could almost like carry that through the inside here as well, right? So that's what we've got here. And then for the ceiling, I'm almost thinking like a roof, like a platform roof, but we could like make it come out a little bit, at least on this side. Oh, and we can add a little bit of like this industrial thing. Wait, now I feel like the windows don't really look well here. I kind of want to do a door like this. So that door is kind of fancy enough, but I think if you combine it with this, it's going to have like a sciencey kind of feel. And now I'm looking for a sign. I'm looking for a sign to stop this video anyway. I just want like a thing to say, oh, this is like a science facility. Actually, this thing, maybe it's like a science lab sort of place that like, I was gonna say tests on people. That's a bit weird, but no. But what we do is like do science like experiments to research medicine, maybe. I'm having a little bit too much fun, I think, and it's worrying me slightly. And I could do like these like vents and stuff to make it slightly more industrial feeling. Like, oh, look at all these things we're venting. These are definitely some chemicals that we're venting out of here. Oh, flag. Oh yeah. Funded by the state, I suppose. Actually, it would be kind of interesting if I also added just like a column here. Let's say I add the column like this, just to have a little bit more of a support structure. I thought this was actually not going to work. I thought that maybe in my head it would have looked a little bit better, but I'm pleasantly surprised so far. I mean, I don't really want to jinx it, but so far I'm loving this. And I love the fact that there's just like a tent next to it. Like, yeah, nothing's weird about this. There's just a tent and a science facility next to each other. Enter at your own risk. Now on the inside, I really don't know what to do now that I think about it. Wait, now this light needs to be higher. Then again, I think I might just make it tiny so that the lighting also makes sense, because I find that with the lighting, when you like do the floor, the split level kind of floor, it just doesn't really work very well. So I think I might just ignore it and just put the light here anyway. Just like make it invisible. We don't know where the light comes from. It's science, you know, it's scary. Scary stuff. Again, I think I might just stick to the random doors per each room, but for now, just so that I can visualize what the heck I'm doing, I might just put like these doors for the time being, just to know roughly the space. Like that's the dining space. I might just do, yes, I don't really want to do an archway. I think everything is just going to have a door, purely because the door I feel like can transcribe the idea a little bit better than an archway. So I just put a load of doors into this hallway. There's not much space that we've got left for stuff. But I guess for this, I am just going to use some get to work items, which I have used many of those in the past. So this is not going to be like a new groundbreaking idea, but I just really wanted to see how this would work and like come all to life all together. Like maybe we could have like this thing in like the dead center and we just kind of like walk around it, or else maybe this thing is at the very kind of like back of the hallway. And then over here, at least we can have some sort of like a desk to be like, do you have an appointment? You can't be here. You can't be here unless you've got an appointment. You cannot be here. This is a private facility. You can't be here. Security. Sanitize your hands as you come in. Okay, guys, so I think I'm actually happy just with this. Like, I mean, it's pretty simple. I actually used the new Lovestruck flooring, like this marble flooring, because I think in here it does make sense. Also got a shutter because we gotta like kind of keep it on the hush. Like, I mean, it's a science facility and there's a lot of windows this way, but it doesn't matter because people still can't really see what we're doing. There's also this like really big light that I wanted to shine down on the whole facility and I can't find it. This thing, yes, I wanted to put that like right there so we can kind of see that almost like at nighttime, but I think this is hilarious and I kind of love it. So I'm going to, wait, maybe I'll put like a waste bin here as well. Actually, probably like one of these bins and then maybe just like a regular bin with like a yellow thing on top of it to make it look like it's like a waste bin. I don't know why you would need that, but that is my like science building kind of hallway thing. So hopefully you guys are gonna like this. Anyways, let's move on and maybe let's do the kitchen next. What are we gonna do in the kitchen, guys? Drum roll, please. Oh, I never removed tent. Oh, excuse me, that's my bad. Sorry, let's go again. What are we gonna do for the kitchen? Oh God, please stay a barn. Please let me do a barn kitchen. Okay, I was like, don't let it be a haunted house, but then again, what difference does it make which room is which? But a barn in the kitchen sounds lovely. So again, what we're going to try and achieve is to make this look like a barn, okay? So you know the way barns are like rounded kind of roofs? I'm thinking about those red barns, like I suppose the ones that came with Horse Ranch. So I think you literally just make it like as round as you can, almost, I think like this. Preferably probably a little bit bigger, but I can imagine that this is going to start looking a little sus and dodgy. I think I'm gonna have to Google what a barn looks like. Wait a second, how do I do a barn? I think it's something like that and then this. I think this space is too big to actually create the roof that I'm trying to achieve. But I'm going to try it because, I mean, I've come this far, so I might as well try it. And then you would just do one of these, I think. Sorry. No, that's terrible. Because like that to me still looks like a barn, even though it's obviously not ideal. But I think if I just add the correct items into this, it will look like a barn. By that, I mean, I'm going to instantly go into these, and some of these have a red color. Yeah, I think like this thing. So we can do like a nice proper red barn. Maybe actually the bottom can be like going the other way, kind of like this. And maybe the top piece as well, just for a little bit of differentiation. And then, then what? Most of them have like a white trim to them, so I might use this one because it has a little bit of a better texture. Actually, probably this one will be quite good as well to use, so maybe I'll use this one instead. And then we've got some kind of dark roofing, but now I'm looking at it, there's other ones that have like extra roof pieces. Oh, look at how perfect that little barn looks. Some of them have like these pieces coming out as well, so I wonder, could I try and do that? Well, maybe I could try and do it here so that it doesn't like totally steal the show of the tent. But maybe if I create something like that, make it come out a little bit more, paint it red also, and have some like barn columns, whatever the heck a barn column is. I guess I'm gonna go into horse ranch for this. Yeah guys, so something like that is just beautiful little barn. It's stunning, honestly. And then we could just do some sort of like a little red door here as well, so we can have like a section to hang out. That is actually kind of fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having so much fun doing this. Okay, we gotta admit we still have to do a actual kitchen here, so let me go back into horse ranch and maybe let's pick out some, is there like red windows or do I just go for white? Yeah, I suppose white would probably be the best option. There is also this window, which honestly, that one looks fun, but most windows that I'm seeing are just like regular white windows. So I guess I'm gonna just go for maybe like 2 of these here, which is a lot, but we could go for, oh wait, no, we could use these. Wait a second. Well, I guess I could connect these here just like this. I know that doesn't really make much sense because like the middle isn't gonna close, but what I really wanted was to do some nice planters here. I guess I could use these red ones from the Love Struck pack, and then I suppose we're gonna do the same thing of removing the floor so that it just feels like a really big tall barn. And is there actually a way that I could also remove this flooring as well? So like if you remove that ceiling, I should be able to slot this back on. Now we don't have the luxury of being able to paint the inside of that roof. Oh, that's kind of annoying actually. That is very annoying. Can I not remove that? We can almost add like some little like overgrown weird weedy kind of hedges, like almost like tumbleweeds growing on the side of it, because I just think it's fun. And then maybe just some extra planters just to make it look a little bit more inviting. But yeah, that's so far that's what we've got for the kitchen, and I think it's really funny. I suppose on the inside we will keep it pretty much so, again, similar to like a barn, but I might just go for brown kind of colors. But we might make it kind of like old feeling. I think that would have like hilarious vibes, that bits of it are actually like painted this like wooden color. Oh, maybe we could have this kind of red brick inside here as well. And I suppose we'll try go for like the lighter kind of counters so that we can make this kitchen look good. Which way am I supposed to make this kitchen go? I suppose this way. So since this is still a barn, I'm like trying to make it feel like an actual horse ranch area. So we have like some tools, you know, things to shovel some horse poo around the place. It's really like more practical than anything in this space. So it definitely was a barn in the past. I mean, it's still a bloody barn. Like, it's really trying to not be a barn. I also, again, don't know how to make the lighting work here because I keep getting rid of the ceiling lights. So I think I will just continue with some saucers, like almost imaginary saucers, just so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing, because it's very dark. It's very dark and it's very hard is what I'm trying to say. I will add obviously some like wall lights around here and stuff. We just like 2 like that. Like, look at this place. I don't really know what this is and why things are the way they are, but I'm really enjoying trying to use items that I don't necessarily use very often, like things from Horse Ranch. I also like this item. It's kind of nice, so maybe I'll chuck it here, but I also do need a bin, so maybe I'll also get this like barrel bin here, which kind of doesn't look too out of place. And I guess then I might add some of these things from the new kit, because these have like these kind of have some nice veggies and things to make it almost feel like, oh yeah, we just like grew these ourselves just from over there, you know. Yeah, we have horses, but we also love cooking. and stuff. So eggs. Oh God, yeah, I forgot about the eggs. Okay guys, so that is our little barn kitchen, which I think this turned out pretty amazingly. And then we've just got like a little seating section out the back with like our lovely red chair and some like plants and a little tree. We could decorate it a little bit more maybe at the end. But the heck have I made? Look at this. This is hilarious. I'm sorry, I'm having way too much fun doing this. Okay, let's do the dining room next because it's just calling for it. So let's spin for what room we're gonna do the dining room. Drum roll, please. Traditional house. Okay, well that's nice. I mean, I wanted to add this category in just for contrast. So essentially what I thought about this was to make it as regular and almost like base game looking as possible. Because of the fact that we're gonna have like a tent and a science lab and a barn, I kind of wanted to almost create just like a happy looking, do you know, like a little Simsy blue Suburban? We could do a blue Suburban kind of thing. I think that would be really funny. So we could do, I guess we could just do like a little blue Simsy. Is that what she calls it? I don't think she calls it that. But we could just do a little like bungalow kind of style home. Just to make it look like, you know, it's all normal. If I go into base game, you know, there are like those really basic kind of windows, kind of like that. We could do a little door to go out to the back of the house as well. So we could create a nice little entrance feeling. Oh, like one of them. Wow, that is just so normal. I don't know. Oh my God, is this the blue that she uses? I'm not really sure, but I guess now that I look at this doesn't really look like a blue Suburban. This looks more so like a sea house, like we're at the sea. Maybe it's like this round window that's making me feel that way. I guess we would probably need like a porch, but I don't really want to put this on a foundation. Maybe just to make this feel a little bit more like it's a little house, like with a picket fence. We could do something like this, just very simple. We don't need it to be too fancy. We could do this like regular kind of cobblestone. Wow, what a beautiful home, guys. We could put the mailbox back here. It's just regular one. This is really funny because it just makes zero sense. Well, no, actually it does make sense. It's just like a basic little looking house, but it's actually the entrance to my dining room. Like, I don't need this to look like a front entrance. I kind of wanted it to look like a front entrance though. Oh, we could do like one of them. Are these American? These always remind me of Amsterdam, but we could do this. We could then do just like a regular like little roof and just like a regular little trim, and then just a regular little roof, or sorry, chimney. All of these are so big and dramatic. What the heck? I just want like a regular little, what the heck? Okay, get out of base game. Like this thing, so stunning and so normal. What the heck? Maybe we need pillars like this. Well, if that's the case, then I would need to extend this too. Maybe that's actually okay. Oh, very fancy blue Suburban, little Simsy vibed. Okay, I'm gonna do something like this because I think it looks really funny. I'm gonna put like some maybe regular little planter pots out here as well, you know, just so we can do some base game activities. I think that's kind of fun. So this is just gonna be our standard little dining room, and instantly as soon as I think about this, I think about like the very basic wooden floor, like something like that. I feel like little Simsy would literally have that in her house. Well, no, not in her house, but in her build. But then also I would love to pair it with like this, or is that too much? You guys always say that I should do like more base game builds, and I mean, if you guys want to see them, I will try them. Not to say that they will be nice, because I don't think they will, but I'm always up for some extra challenges, so maybe we could do something like that. What's a base game table? I guess every time I think of like the base game, I always think about this. It's not a bad looking table, but I don't think I've ever used it, especially not in this swatch. So maybe we could combine it with these chairs. They look quite fancy here. Maybe the room actually needs to go, well, maybe actually this way was fine, but maybe we can move it over to this side a little bit. I almost feel like we need a fireplace, obviously because we've got a chimney, so that would make sense. But let's use like this kind of old fireplace, and up above it we could put like this old, oh my god, I yeeted myself out of the house. I was just gonna put like this regular like stereo up here, because like that's what we would have had in the base game, and then maybe we could just put like a base game plant next to it in a lovely blue color. Wow, so nice. I'll do a nice rug now as well. Actually, recently when I did that refurbishment build, I found this rug, and I'm genuinely like, I'm so pleasantly surprised with how much I love this rug. It has such interesting swatches, and I think that's the one that I've chosen for my build. But I think here we could maybe just go for like this beigey one, and it would have an interesting feeling as well. Oh, let's put some of these like tulips here. They look so cute and so sweet. And then maybe we just need like a little base game thing in the back, like whatever this thing is. Maybe I want this one. I want it to match the light wood because I think that's much nicer. And then a beautiful mirror so you can look at yourself while you're dining with your family. Preferably I would like that, but that looks kind of bad. So maybe I'll just go for like this thing instead. Okay, I think that's stunning. So I guess I'm going to change the door to just like a very basic door as well. And we need to change the barn door too. Actually, I just remembered. But maybe we could just do like this regular door to the dining room, which I think is quite nice. I just throw another plant here as well. I think that one matches quite well. And we'll just do like this regular light. And I'm actually going to play with the idea of the lighting kind of being shocking, just purely because base game used to be so dark. I will add this little thing. I know that was added in like a recent update kind of thing, but I think it's because it's still base game. I think it makes sense here and it's just more realistic. So yeah, I think that's what we've got for that room, but I just need to pick a barn door for the kitchen. And now that I think about it, I'd love to use this one, even though this doesn't really make much sense here, but I guess maybe we could just do it anyway. Like it's a little weird because like how would this open? But look, it's The Sims. It doesn't really make sense. Okay, so that is our standard traditional home for the dining room. Right, guys, I want to do the bathroom next because I'm terrified. So let's spin for what kind of bathroom we are going to create. And I'm terrified of the castle container home bathroom. Oh, okay, that's something. Right, so container home again kind of reminds me of the Eco Ranch pack, and it's gonna look a little bit silly because it's such a small little container. Are there containers that are squares? I really don't think they are, but but container kind of vibes in Eco Lifestyle always remind me of like the colored-y kind of style ones. So why don't I also kind of place one here as well on top of it, because I think that's what like one of the standard ones looks like when you like first like load into the game, and they're all kind of like colored-y. They've got like different like colors all around, like kind of primary colors. So maybe we could also play around with that idea that we've got like really colorful containers. And actually I was going to use this trim here as well, but maybe we could use it in like a white instead, just like as a little support beam, and that actually looks kind of okay next to this. We should probably also use this column though, again for extra support. Not that I'm going to use this space at all. I think I'm just going to ignore this section. It is kind of like ruining my science lab, but I think we can work with this. And then for the top of it, we will also just use the shipping container kind of fabric texture, which is this one. So maybe we could actually just do it in like a regular gray kind of color, because it'll bring a little bit of that gray back to my science lab. And I also paint the ceiling of this place like this color. I guess I'll just paint everything. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, and this portion as well. Fabulous, 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 fabulous. Okay, so now looking at this space, I probably would want to just paint everything like all the same color to make it feel like a shipping container. But I suppose I might make it a little bit fancier or like a little bit cooler. I suppose maybe we could pop in a little bit of this color, but everything else will still have to be like shipping container vibes. I also need windows. What kind of windows do we do here? I guess I am going to be really inspired by the pack, because we could create like a really interesting looking feature. Oh, I could put like that thing here on like the very edge. That would be perfect for the toilet because it's like ventilation purposes and whatnot. But is that a bit weird? The whole house is a bit weird. So what the heck am I questioning? Wait a second. First, I feel like I need to figure out what we actually need here. So since it's going to be a shipping container, I don't really want those Eco Lifestyle toilets. I'm kind of thinking genuinely kind of something like this, which looks absolutely horrendous to use. Then again, this one though isn't too bad. Like that looks like a pretty interesting just regular toilet. I feel like the basin has to be kind of weird like this. Or actually, you know what? This standalone basement maybe makes a little bit more sense like that. And we could do maybe just like a regular shower, sort of like this. Oh, and we can even like enclose the shower with some more of this like shipping container material. Yeah, so it actually feels like we've used some of like the materials. Like we maybe actually cut some bits out to create this space for ourselves. Yes, I guess if you're going to be playing this way, I could just put the sink that way and then the toilet like this. Bit of a weird room though, because I feel like I could also add a tub here. But then like, where does the toilet go? Does the toilet go this way? Because I could do almost like this tub, because this looks like a metal kind of vibe tub. So that could be pretty interesting. I guess I would like to have the sink sort of like here, because I would would love to put a nice mirror up above it. Potentially just like a silver kind of one because it's all made out of shipping container material. Okay, I think that's kind of fun, this kind of layout. It's a bit weird, but you know what? This whole house is weird. So now I can kind of focus on the windows, and I wanted like a section like that here, just like poking out. Very sharp edge, so be careful, don't walk into this one. Guess we could just make them white. Oh, this would be fun, but I mean, that's very exposing to everybody trying to come over and look at you. So I don't know whether that's a good idea to put a window here. Maybe we just ignore that part. And then maybe up here we do like a weird design. Like we could put this thing on this edge, and as well as that we could just like cut a hole inside it like this. Yeah, that's pretty fun. It's definitely different. Oh wait, maybe for privacy we can actually like close this space off a little bit and then actually have like a really big window. But then again, I kind of want to see the shipping containers. If I do a half wall. Okay guys, I think that makes sense. It's a little weird. I'm just gonna add some decoration and just quickly finish it off on the inside, but I don't think it looks too bad. And I actually really like the way the businesses and hobbies items are working with this. And maybe we can make it slightly more like overgrown. I think it has a pretty interesting vibe. Okay guys, I've left this room kind of simple because it's meant to be like shipping container. Kind of crafty, like what the heck is a shipping container bathroom? So I think I'm kind of happy with the way this looks. And that's what we've got going on for the outside of the house. It's definitely taking shape into something. And I'm just like crying at this challenge. This is so funny. Right, and next up, I think I'm going to do the office space, and then we'll finish off with the bedroom. So let's decide what we're going to be doing in the office space. Oh my god, haunted house. We're going to do a castle bedroom. Oh my god. Okay, interesting. So this is going to be a haunted house, right? So it's kind of annoying because I like the glass kind of section here, so I don't really want to cover it. But at the same time, I kind of wanted to do like a second story of a haunted house. But then again, this will be a castle next to it as well. So yeah, I guess this is like the problem of the science lab, that like it is just a hallway. So it might have to get covered because like what I wanted to do was almost to create like this massive like house, right? That has really big like peaked roof, almost like kind of decrepit looking, kind of like falling apart. Like that looks haunted already to me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to make that eave on this side go in a little bit more. There's glitches happening here with my platforms, which is just fantastic. But then we could do some sort of like this kind of stuff, or maybe like this, because that looks pretty haunted to me, to be fair. That looks terrifying. And we could almost maybe do like that kind of thing on the house. That looks pretty haunted. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to use maybe, let's see, what kind of packs would help me with a haunted house? We could do vampires, werewolves. I guess those two so far would be pretty good. Oh my god, yes, like this kind of stuff. Like it's like falling apart, kind of haunted. I don't really want to add like extra things to the outside of the house because I still want this to feel like a normal enough house. Maybe we could add like just say this like little column here, like this dark column, kind of like that. For the windows, I don't want them to be scary. Like I want spooky. Okay, why are these giving me kind of spooky vibes? I know that's not meant to be very spooky, but oh wow, these are nice. These are from the Love Struck pack that I got really kindly gifted recently. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will use the vampires ones because I genuinely don't think I've ever used them before. Obviously, we'll use the castle ones for the castle bedroom. I can't wait to make the castle bedroom. I can't believe it's a bedroom that I get to do. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. But look, we could do something like that, and then maybe this. Is there not like a small little scary circular window? Like I guess something like that. We could just use this one. So spooky. Oh my god. We could put like loads of ivy like creeping around the whole building. Whoa, the ivy's taking over the house, guys. It's bad. Things are bad. We could have some planter pots, but like maybe just like one over here because the other one obviously fell off. Oh, we could use the enchanted by nature little thing, whatever this thing is. We could make it big, pretend it's also about to fall off and actually murder somebody. We could use some like wisteria stuff as well, even though that's kind of nice. Like I kind of want more scarier kind of stuff. Like, oh wait, sorry, no, sorry, enchanted by nature, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. I'm actually gonna get rid of this window too. I want this like little gargoyle up here. Don't think I've ever used that in my whole life, but what I will use is this enchanted by nature chimney, and I'm actually gonna use two of them and just put them kind of like weirdly like this as if they're like falling like out of the building almost at this point. Maybe we almost also need like one of these things. How do I stick that in there? Whoa, we've got these gargoyles too. Oh, well, maybe we could put this one. Oh, wait, now, can I put you somewhere? Do you just chill here? Bit awkward, but like, I guess you could just be there. Oh my God, and we add loads of these because of course, like, it's just so haunted that it's all falling apart. Like, it's just more decrepit and stuff, you know, like we just need some greenery taking over, unfortunately, which the greenery still just takes a while for it to work, but that's fine. I can just click until it works. Okay, I think that is stunning. And what I am going to do though on this portion of the house is I am going to actually create like a square of like soil, and I'm actually going to, I think, make a tombstone back here because like obviously the house is haunted for a reason, so somebody's obviously dead. So I think I'm just going to put like a little tombstone kind of like that, and we could put like a little urn here, you know, just like, oh yeah, long gone but never forgotten, you know. Some scratches as well because it's obviously like an old house, and we haven't even moved into the inside of the house yet, which is just fantastic because we still have to make it a haunted office space. But so far, guys, we really love this. Maybe we've got like some candles over there, and I think maybe let's just make it like slightly bit more overgrown here as well to really make it feel like, oh God, no one really goes into that house because it's old and haunted. It's really scary and haunted. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that I think is pretty fun. Well, fun is a strong term, really. Maybe I could just have like one of these to pretend that maybe there was like a little awning, but it fell because it's old and decrepit. So that's fantastic. Let's move in, I suppose, to the inside. Oh, I love the way you can kind of see this like haunted section up here. I guess maybe we could just remove the floor and just make it kind of big. Oh wait, we can't remove the floor. We'll have to, I probably could just remove like a section of the floor. Like if I remove just this, then we could just keep that the way it is. Now I feel like I need to add drywall there too, but then that makes no sense. I guess, wait, maybe we could just leave this for the vibes. I'll just do that and we'll just paint the inside concrete as well. Okay, why are you coming through now? Where are you? Where did you come from? Right, so we've got to do a haunted office space. I'm kind of thinking, I guess like really old wooden floor. Like I suppose this one. We want to make it as dark as possible, I'm kind of feeling, but do we go kind of like this? It's like just because it's haunted doesn't mean it's like a church, you know, because this is kind of giving me church vibes. So maybe we could also just use some regular like wooden walls because this is a haunted house, you know. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Actually, maybe this wooden wall is actually kind of scary. Yeah, wait, now I think I'm kind of a little bit more scared of the wooden wall. Why am I scared of a wooden wall? God knows. Okay, so I'm feeling in this corner we would have a really nice desk. By really nice desk, I actually feel like maybe this one, quite old and decrepit. It has like stickers on it, so maybe it shows the reminiscence of life in here, but now the person's dead. Maybe they loved to typewrite and directly send it to their iPad. That makes sense. I mean, I'd like to think that since this is a haunted house, there would be a lot of candles, but not just because like, oh, candles are spooky. It's actually because if there is a ghost living here, they would drain all of the energy from the actual electricity. So you wouldn't really have much electricity. Saging station. No, actually, the ghosts are taking over. Yeah, so they don't really like to use electricity. They just use like lanterns and things. Again, purely because if they used electricity, they would just keep draining it, and that would get expensive for the poor ghosties eventually. Maybe something like that makes sense. Oh, these beautiful flowers. Yes. Wow. Okay, that's actually kind of fun. We can put some books over there as well. Actually, no, we can't because the desk is too small, but I reckon we can do a little bookshelf back there. I'm going to use a lot of like vampire stuff, I suppose, and werewolves, because those two really have like the best kind of feeling items for the game, for like a haunted space. That looks like we're trying to summon somebody, I'm not gonna lie, so I guess that's kind of fun. Oh, we could do really big scary curtains. Let's do these. I never really do these because like we kind of want to hide the light as much as possible. Do I want to do like a nice little seating area here, like as if the ghosts are going to care about like sitting down and having a cup of tea? Maybe they do want that. Again, like what the heck is a haunted couch? Oh, that's giving me haunted vibes. Jesus, that is actually, you know what, that is reminding me actually of a church. So maybe that's something that's kind of interesting here. We got like lanterns. Oh yeah, we've got one of these. That would probably make sense for here because again, we sucked all the electricity out and we actually ran out. Can't afford it, so we gotta buy candles now. We could just have some nice paintings. You know, maybe this is the family that lived in this house before they died or something. I don't know. Oh, haunted fireplace. Now that's what I'm talking about. I like this gold one here. We can underline it with that brick little stone thing. Oh, scary fire safety. I think that's actually kind of fun though. Is it really haunted vibes? I'm not sure. I don't really know what kind of vibes these are. I do definitely want more so like a haunted door. Is that a haunted door? I don't really know what else to put on this wall because, like, again, a ghost really wouldn't watch TV. It's really dark in here, so maybe I will just add another little saucer. Chess table. Oh, absolutely. They would love a good little chess table. A game of chess. No, anybody for a game of chess? No? Okay. Maybe we could do these like old chairs as well. They kind of remind me of like, oh yeah, we've been dead for years. These chairs are rotting, you know, like that kind of way. And then maybe more like, I think in the vampires pack, yeah, there's like pictures of a family that looks like a very haunted family, but maybe at some point, you know, there was a family living here and, you know, he murdered them. I feel like if I put plants in here, ghosts aren't really going to look after them, so I don't think it's going to have that much of an effect. We've got a computer and we've got a chess table, and I don't know, maybe do we want like a wall of plants? There we go. That's kind of fun. So I think it's more so about the outside with this one, like the haunted outside, which actually now just looks so silly. We've got one last room of the house left to do, guys, which is the bedroom. I really didn't expect this to go as well as it did, but I kind of want to go all out with the bedroom. So again, I am going to make this look kind of higher, but I also want to create like a watchtower here. So we do have got this kit that it's quite an old kit actually. It's called Castle Estate, and this actually just has some hilarious like pieces to really create like a proper castle. Maybe we can make it kind of run down like this. Oh, see, this is gonna look a bit weird, so I'm wondering, can I just do my watchtower can I just do my watchtower like here? That's gonna look a little silly unless I bring this eave in as well, just so that we can kind of get rid of that portion. Lovely, that's very good. And then we just like paint the whole house like this color, because obviously it's a castle. Most castles are kind of like this creamy kind of color, I reckon. That would look lovely. But then I also want to use like this thing and, oh my god, what the heck am I doing? This thing and create like a watchtower. Then is there like a greeny kind of floor? Oh, excuse me, why can't I paint up here? Oh, I can. Greeny kind of floor. Oh no, maybe it's a bit much. Maybe just regular. Oh my god, guys, look at this watchtower. So then we do like these watchtower windows on our castle, of course. Is there doors? I actually don't remember much about this kit. There's this door, so I guess we could put that one there. That's actually fantastic. I'm sorry. When do I ever make castle builds like this? Never. So this is just like every once in a while things like this are just so satisfying, and it's just so like hilarious. That's just bizarre, the fact that I'm doing this. I guess it would be kind of nice to do big enough windows. Like we could do 2 windows like that on this side, because what I want to do is I also want to remove this floor. Like, I mean, I'm not going to be going up here. I guess I'll just remove this or move that over there. I'm not going to be going into these rooms, so these are pretty much just for aesthetics, but I want to paint everything that one same tone because I just want to have that castle feeling about this. We won't do an outdoor door either, but we will just do like, I suppose, some big windows. Does that look kind of weird? We've also got like some sculptural things. Oh, just those 2. Okay, fair enough. I forgot about how little comes in this kit. We could create like maybe something like that. The middle one is slightly discolored, and then we've got this like little dude. It'd be kind of fun maybe to put here. Yeah, lovely. We could like overgrow it now with like some ivy and things. Oh yeah, like my kind of ivy that could kind of cover the fact that the middle one's a different color. Yeah, like I like the idea of the ivy just kind of taking over this really old castle. I suppose it's a castle. Like how long has it been here? Oh, years. So long. It's such an old castle. Maybe I'll put another one of these small things here just for the sake of it, just for the sake of balance. But that is our beautiful kind of castle. I don't really know what you'd have up here. Like loungers? Like what the heck do people do in a castle? Archery? For the storyline, I'm going to put the archery set thing there. So they run up and they're like, give me my bow. And then they take the bow and then they go shooting from the top. Obviously, if there's like people, what are they called? Intruders. I don't know what else like people did back then. Like what did these like knights do? I guess maybe they have like this lovely, really contemporary modern chair to sit down on. And then they've just got like this lovely plant here as well. Because again, I really have no idea what the heck they'd be doing. But we still have got to do a castle bedroom, right? So in the castle, of course, we be sleeping. And I think recently, well, with the Love Struck pack, you can actually get like these awnings to go over a bed, which actually can make any bed look very fancy. So I feel like that kind of has castle vibes. The white one, oh wow, okay, that would get so dirty with like all of the scuff marks on the walls, but that's not my problem because thank God I'm not living in this castle. And then we could go for like a really old castle-y bed, like probably like this thing. Wow, so pretty. And now what kind of like castle bedside lockers do we use? Oh, maybe like these ones. Yeah, like obviously wooden ones. Like why was I thinking they'd be stone ones? Of course they wouldn't. They would just be beautiful wooden ones. And as a bedside locker snack, we've got some carrots and beetroots because I don't know, back in the day, what were they eating back in the day as a snack? They do have an alarm clock because you gotta wake up. Gotta wake up and shoot some arrows. Oh, an arrow clock. That's not really castle vibes, but like I'm just trying to think about the technology that they had back then. Suitcases for their chest of drawers. Like I like to think there was practically nothing in castles. Like what did they have inside a castle? Though maybe they had like big wooden drawers as well. I need to Google what a castle looks like. Oh, they actually had rugs. I'm kind of correct with the bed, and they had like fancy curtains, but they also had like rugs and things. Of course, Sandra, they had rugs. Like why wouldn't they? So maybe I could throw one of these here, which is nice, and then like a really nice rug, like a patterned rug, you know, those kind of ones that I've used in my like, Eastern European house, like one of those ones. Or maybe we could do a couple because it's like really cold in here, obviously. Like you'd be very cold in the castle, but then again I feel like the colors are a little bit too vibrant. We're looking for something a little bit more normal than that. Like this thing, like literally that is what I've seen on Google Images. So maybe we could do this, and we could also have this chest of drawers here too, because like why the heck not? What about like a fancy light? I suppose like that's kind of castle-y vibes. Oh, and sculptures, because like oh I packed my dragon outside and here he is. That's just my little dragon emblem. I don't know what that means, but you get the gist. Oh, we've got like some beautiful vases because we bought them at the market yesterday and we just don't know where to put them yet, so we're going to put them here for now. Did they have paintings on the walls? You know, now that I look at it, a lot of them actually had like wallpaper, but I'm actually kind of looking for like really old castle, like as in like we live in the castle, like medieval. Did medieval castles have bedrooms? Solariums. Oh, they used to call them solariums? I thought solariums were like greenhouses. Medieval bedroom. Okay, a lot of wood actually now that I think about it. So I feel like I kind of did this all wrong. And if I add like paneling onto this, it's just gonna look silly. No, I'm gonna keep to what I was gonna say what I know and love. Like I don't know anything about medieval homes. We could put like some cobwebs around because like I feel like spiders were really taking over. Spiders were really the big problem back in the medieval times, weren't they? I have no idea. Maybe just like a really fancy chair as well. How did I, honestly, this always happens to me. I get so excited for like the last room and now this looks like horrendous. I thought that this would be like the best room of the house and now I absolutely hate it. I don't know what it is. Kind of makes no sense. I was really looking forward to this room and now I can't figure out how to make it look medieval. I guess I kind of thought that maybe that kit had a little bit more items that I could use because I don't think we have many items. Like it's got kind of nothing except for these two things. I guess I could put another 2 of these here, there, and then like a bigger one over here. I guess we could do some oranges, like oranges on the go. We love our fruit, so that's fantastic. I kind of like how dark and spooky this portion is, but maybe we did have a beautiful old painting, like a really expensive. Oh, yes! Maybe we actually have like a self-portrait here of like this one. Like they look like lords. Like these are all really pretty people, but these look like back in the medieval time we are lords, you know. And also like this is the land that we occupy, like and then this is our beautiful archery clock. Nothing really makes sense. I'm aware, please don't come at me. I'm just really thought that this would be better. Oh wait, we've got this stone bench. Yes, stone vibes. We took a little bit of the wall from upstairs and now we can sit down. Okay guys, that is my beautiful castle bedroom. I think from the outside, again, it definitely has a bit of a stronger idea. Now that I think about it, I feel like I should also do like a fortress around this just to make this look a little bit more realistic. But like, am I gonna have to attach it to my beautiful like little Simsy blue Suburban? Probably. Didn't people have like water inside here? What if I make this into a pool? You know, are they called fortresses? Like where they had water around so that like people couldn't just like rock up and be like, hey, I'm knocking on your front door. They had like a gate system I don't know what they're called. I just remember watching films like that with my grandfather, and it's really interesting, but I don't really remember too much. But I feel like it would be kind of mossy and kind of old feeling. Yeah, like muddy. Yeah, oh my god, this, literally. Then we could put like some actual like lilies and stuff like floating in here, because at the end of the day, like it's not actually a pool. We want to make it just feel like, oh yeah, intruders. No, thank you. We will not have any intruders. I think that makes sense. You guys can let me know what makes sense. But then again, none of this really makes sense. Like, this build is not supposed to make sense. I think this was definitely just me playing around just to see what it is that I can do in The Sims. Like, what the heck? And essentially, this is what we have created. So I guess I haven't really done much to this portion. So maybe I will just add like a little front section here. We'll just call it a day. Okay, guys. So this is my complete little house. So every room, as well as this facade, I suppose, or the building, is also themed by that one theme. And now that I look at it, like the cluster of random builds here is just so funny, and I just think this is like a hilarious concept. So I'm very interested to see what you guys think of this and maybe where we can take this in the future. But let's do a very quick tour. Well, guys, welcome on into my every room is a different building challenge. I had so much fun building this, you guys have no idea, and I love this idea with the little tent here. So hopefully you guys will like that too. So as we're coming through, we're going into our little science office space, and I just realized I haven't changed the doors of the castle as well as bathroom. So maybe we'll actually keep the bathroom that color, but for the castle, I feel like this gives me castle vibes. Yeah, sure, go on then, let's do that. So this room again really doesn't really make much sense. It's just meant to be a hallway, a walkthrough. It doesn't look very functional, but honestly, it's more about the aesthetics of this room. So this is your first room. So this is the sitting room, a tent inspired. So we've got this beautiful little section that you can kind of whack your head on the glass, but honestly, beautiful view of the Ferris wheel and the beautiful mountains. So that would definitely be, it's probably my favorite room, this room. So that's definitely a really fun part of this. Then we've got a container shipping home bathroom, which doesn't look very bad at all. I think it has very beautiful qualities with a lot of like nice metal kind of accents and things. So that's quite fun. Then we've got our haunted office space. So inside here, friendly little ghost resides here. They do their little typewriting work and they just like chill here. And they also have a beautiful window like into the science lab, which I guess makes sense because like they're just a ghost. They can kind of see whatever. This door is broken, but this is our barn. I wish we could paint the inside of each one of the roofs. I know there's like a little hedge clipping there, but honestly just ignore it. But I wish we could paint that section. But this is my little barn kitchen, and I love this. This looks so realistic. Well, I think it does anyways, like with all of like the vegetables and like the dirty kind of like wood and the floor and stuff. So definitely this has got very beautiful feelings, kind of realistic-ish. And then we've got like this section on the outside. Then we've got a pretty normal bog standard dining room. So this is like a little traditional Sims house. I don't know what this is supposed to be called. I kind of just used base game, but again, I had kind of like the little Simsy standard suburban in my head. And honestly, like at the front here, it just looks so funny to have that there, but also have a barn and a castle next to it. So I really hope you guys like that. And then we also have got this castle vibed. Oh, wait, the ceiling isn't painted. Wait, let me just paint it for the immersion. There we go. That's more like it. So now we feel like we are in a bit of a castle. I guess maybe this does work. I didn't want to like over clutter it because looking at all the images online, I mean, it's a medieval castle. It's not supposed to be like really fancy and like over cluttered. So I think all of these items kind of make sense, but let me know if there's any other things that maybe I should have used. But I do really like the way this room turned out. And this actually is what inspired this whole build. I really wanted to build like a castle room, but I can't believe I did it last. And yeah, I guess it turned out okay. So please let me know what you think of that. Yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up my whole entire build. And now that I look at it, this just looks so weird and so funny. And again, I know it's not realistic and it's silly and like who the heck would want to live here, but this is literally the beauty of The Sims. Something that I really love about it. It's an escape from reality, and I remember that as a kid when I first imagined The Sims and when I first played it, it really reminded me, or it taught me that you can do anything with The Sims, whether it's creating your perfect life or else creating your perfect house, but also it's a distraction from reality, which that's what it was for me when I was a kid as well as now as an adult. So sometimes going back, tapping into that realistic side of things and just really getting distracted and carried and immersed within a game that you truly love. I think that's what this build kind of reminded me of, that every once in a while we just need to switch off, not think about the realism and just, you know, let The Sims carry you, which I really hope you also felt that with this build. Well, guys, that is everything for today's video. I'm gonna leave you right here with my beautiful every room is a random building house. I'd love to try this again, so let me know other things. Like, I kind of wanted to try an igloo, even though I don't think I'll be able to make one. I'm sure there's other things that I could also incorporate into this, because it's just got me so creative and so inspired that I'm definitely like itching to try this again. Well guys, if you have enjoyed, or if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Let me know down in the comments if you've enjoyed this video. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching once again, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.